My name is JP. I want to speak more broadly. Peter Seeger, who died today, was surveilled by the FBI. So was Martin Luther King. Yet it's easy for some of us to forget these things, to forget that we read 1984 in high school. It was a long time ago for me. But I would ask that the council step back and reflect, to think about that book, and then to think about what has happened over these last 9 months. Whatever you think of Edward Snowden, he revealed a world that even Orwell would find astonishing. Consider this week's revelation. Little did Deanna Santana realize she was being monitored while playing Angry Birds instead of listening at city council meetings. Or such things as desktop cameras turned on without our knowledge, USB cables acting as spy devices, and having every interaction of ours on the internet potentially recorded. The list of government abuses of this technology goes on and on and on. This should all give you pause. And I would ask that you ask yourselves, what is it you are bringing to Oakland via this Domain Awareness Center? Here's one answer. You are bringing a weapon of mass surveillance to Oakland. You are handing the police, already under federal monitors because of their civil rights violations, and through them every state and federal security agency in existence, our Fourth Amendment rights on a platter. Is that what you were elected to do?
No.
Across California, 4,500 people have already signed a petition against the Domain Awareness Center. Many of them live in Oakland, and some of them left comments with their petition signatures. Many of you complain, that, just the people who oppose this come, blah, 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 blah. Well, we have a lot of your constituents' comments here, and I would like to read some of them to you. Can't be here tonight, because maybe they have kids. Susan, I don't want to live in a surveillance city. Ruby, Orwell would be disgusted, and so am I. Down with the dad. Glenn, I fear the government's blanket surveillance more than crime or terrorism. Hattie, I do not think that Oakland is a city of terrorists. I am not a terrorist. Spend money on feeding people. Spend money on housing people. Spend money on babies. Spend money on many things other than pretend terror. Sandy, our family is totally against this program. We have been homeowners here for 20 years. Institute this DAC and we'll be looking to move. Sandra, it is meant to closely surveil everyone, no matter what activities or political affiliations. As an Oakland citizen, I feel this is unconscionable. Susan, it will become yet another bureaucratic, money-wasting nightmare that will do little or nothing to address the real crime problems in Oakland. Justin, it's wrong for the government to be focused more on controlling, serving its citizens, more on controlling than serving its citizens, and it is a sad precedent for Oakland to set nationwide. Elizabeth, I live in Oakland. I own a small business in Oakland. I don't want to be under constant watch by the government. Sheila, DAC is an easy fix to the consciences of many who are too frightened to look deeper into the causes of this misery. Ewa, massive surveillance will only infringe on our rights, not solve the problem of crime. John, to have to even say why this is unconstitutional shows how far democratic capitalism has swayed toward corporate fascism. This is worse than Orwell. Wilson, this breaks down community rather than builds community. Patricia, I'm not interested in funding projects that further divide people, increase their sense of isolation from each other, and support the military prison industrial complex. Marina, because I live in Oakland and I don't want our abusive police department to use surveillance to monitor political activity. Holly, please don't disappoint the people of Oakland with this terrible idea. Donald, it won't work. It is anti-American and it is fundamentally wrong. Charlie, I live in Oakland and feel this is counterproductive to reducing our crime problem. Andrew, the government has proved repeatedly it cannot be trusted with this much surveillance capacity. I live in Oakland and I'm afraid of crime, but I'm much more afraid of a system like this. And finally, Derek, what country is this again? So there you have it. I mean, a whole list. And that's just a small sample, by the way, of 4,500 signatures that have already been signed. And I just take my remaining second, never mind. Somebody else will say it. I cannot understand how Renee Domingo would stand there when we have emails that say
You're a liar.